people have big ambition, but to achieve it, they easily get distracted and shift their focus to something else. But the key is to be consistent and know what you should be doing to lock in. Hey, my name is Sabin and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, I will talk about 5 key things that will boost your maximum potential. And let me tell you, this is actually so powerful if you actually put in the effort and if you actually lock in on what these actually mean, you will achieve whatever you desire to have. So without any fuss, let me get started. Alright, so number 1, no games. What this really means is basically don't focus on games. So listen, if you truly want to achieve your maximum potential, then playing these kind of games won't really take you far in life. And you need to truly understand that games are there to waste your time. Games are there to distract you. So delete those games on your phone and focus in your journey to freedom. Because I'm not basically saying that don't play games, I'm not saying that don't play games ever again. All I'm saying is, yes, you can play games, but don't get distracted by them too much. For example, let's say you're in a party and you look around and there's no friends your age that you could basically talk to. So you can just hop on your phone and play some little games. Yes, there you can basically distract yourself from that kind of situation. But in the meantime, when you're home alone and there's nothing to do something else, like learn some new skills, but don't focus on games. They are truly going to distract you. Alright, so number 2, create habits. This one is important because creating habits is the number one reason in achieving your maximum potential. Because if you're creating new habits, that means you are closer and closer to your goals, no matter what. And you are doing this without motivation. You are consistent. And let me tell you, consistent is key, because most people, they start something new. For example, it could be anything like a business or digital business or anything that generates them passive income, right? And they do this relying on motivation, not they don't have a very good habit that they could rely on. They only rely on motivation. But you need to try to understand that motivation is basically kind of like petrol, right? You fill the petrol in a car and the car is eventually going to stop in a mid highway because the petrol is eventually going to run out, and that's basically what motivation really is to you. It's kind of like a petrol. Just imagine like that as well. Just in a highway, the car just stops and that's it. Like you need to refill it again. And that's exactly what motivation does to you. And you need to try to remember that creating habits that makes you closer to your goals every single day is so much powerful than motivation. Motivation is nothing but a piece of crap, because most people, they only rely on motivation that you should not do. And you should be consistent, because those people who basically create something new like a business or something and only rely on motivation, they don't really have a very good habit system. They don't know how to become consistent. They have no idea how to keep going every single day, because they just rely on motivation. And you should not do that. Rather than that, just create very good habits. It could be anything, just very small habits, very small tasks that every single day, like for example, reading books, before you go to sleep, and all of these kind of things as well, that makes you closer to your goals every single day. All right, so number 3, stay mysterious. If you truly want to lock in 2025, then staying mysterious is very important. And you might be wondering, what does this really mean? Oh, what this really means is basically that don't let other people know about your personal life too much. Stay mysterious. Just stay at home and be better. Try to be better every single day. Try to be better than other people, right? So what this really means is don't go outside. Don't go to your relative, your cousins too much. Yeah, you can go, right? I'm not saying you shouldn't go, but all I'm saying is that you want to make yourself better for the future as well. And this one is very important, because staying mysterious is the number one reason in achieving your true potential as well, and especially locking in 2025. And if you are mysterious, if you are just staying at home, just putting your head down and just working every single time, then listen, when you go to other parties or when you go into your like cousin's house or wherever, right, people are going to come to you and say, where have you been? And this one is actually kind of like a good thing as well, because they have no idea what you have been doing. And the number one thing is, don't say your personal information to anyone. Don't say what you are doing. Don't say what you have been planning to do. For example, if you want to start a business, then don't say that. Don't say that to nobody, because let me tell you, you should not even trust most people that you think they trust you. You should never do that. because most people, they wish to down, like they wish your downsides as well. They don't wish you to become successful. All right, so number 4, stay consistent. This one is honestly in the next type of level, because staying consistent is the number one reason why most people fail and most people succeed, right? There are so many things that you could actually do in 2025 to actually become rich. But the key is staying consistent, because if you are not consistent, there will be no chance of you achieving whatever you decide to have. For example, if you want a brand new car like a Lamborghini, Ferrari, whatever car you want, if you are consistent, if you are not consistent, then you will not achieve it. It's simple as that. Most people, they need to put your mind to it, because consistent is not easy. It's actually really hard. Because if it was easy to achieve your success, right? If it was easy to follow these steps, 5 steps, right? Then everybody would become millionaires, everybody would be smart, and everybody would not be stuck onto 9 to 5 and working for someone, right? But most people, they know what to do. But the reason why most people are still stuck in 9 to 5 is because they give up. They are not consistent. When, for example, most people, they have an idea in their head to start a business, but when they start a business, they are not consistent. They are simply not consistent. They try it for 1, 2, even 5, 6 months, and guess what? They give up because they see no results. And that's why they give up. And they just lost their opportunity on, for example, in future, they could have made like 1 million or like 100 million on whatever. All right. So basically, just staying consistent is very important. Yes, it's very hard as well. And you might be wondering, what even is consistent, right? Consistency is basically you do it every single day, even if you don't see no results, even if you feel tired, unmotivated, and you don't feel like doing it because you see no results, you still do it, because simply because you know what you want to become in future. If you truly want to stay consistent, you need to keep grinding. Like I said earlier as well, create habit. Number 2, this is very important as well. Creating habit is the number one reason to stay consistent as well, right? Because you don't need no motivation to be consistent. Consistent is the number one important thing that will make you a millionaire, or it will make you flat broke. All right, so number 5, learn new skills. This one is the most important one and the best one so far. Learning new skills will not only unlock your true potential, but it will 100% benefit you in the future as well, right? Because learning new skills will 100%, and so it will surpass those people who actually graduate from high class universities, right? And those people who actually graduate from universities, like very high class university, or like schools or colleges or whatever kind of things, right? When they graduate from these kind of things, they only graduate to get a piece of paper, right? And that piece of paper, most people will say is valuable, right? But in the real world, in reality, it's not. Those piece of papers, what those really means is basically that it tells you that, oh, you have studied in that university, that's it, right? And that is basically what those papers actually mean. And when you actually go to look or find a new job, the first thing they will ask you is skills. What kind of skills do you have, right? And it's especially in schools and all of these kind of things, it will be very hard to have a very real life skill that would be useful in the real world, not just in education system, right? That's why most people who actually focus on getting good grades, they will 100% or even 90% will end up in 9 to 5, simply because they don't have the right skills that they actually should have, right? And for example, if you're the type of person who actually drop out of college, or doesn't really care about schools, and you only focus on skills, then that will actually make you successful than school system, right? And here's the reason: because most people, they don't really care about a piece of paper that you graduate from. Most people, they only care about your skills and what you have to offer as well, right? For example, imagine yourself as a businessman. You own a very good company, very high class company, right? And you are looking for an employee. One employee who has no idea about the business, has nothing related, has no experience in businesses and all of these kind of things, but he graduated from a very high class universities. He has very good grades, very high qualifications, right? And another person, he has no graduations, no qualification, no nothing, right? But he has a very good understanding of business. He has his own business as well, and the side of it, he is making passive income, and he is very smart in business lines. So which one would you pick? of course, you pick the second guy, right? Because he has more experience and knowledge about business rather than the first one. That is exactly how the real world really looks like. So most people who actually spend their time thinking, oh, when I get a very high grade, high qualification, I will become engineer, doctor, and all of these kind of things. But in reality, that's not the case. Yes, you still might become a doctor or engineer, but you probably take around 10 years minimum to become high class professional doctor or high class professional engineer to actually get paid very good amount of money. So all I'm saying is use your time wisely and spend your time learning new skills that would be useful for other people and yourself as well. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. These 5 things that I have mentioned in this video is truly going to help you lock in 2025 because these are so important, because most people, they don't achieve their success because they are missing these 5 things in their life. And people who actually realize these kind of 5 things, but they don't apply into their life, then of course they will not achieve what they actually want to achieve in their life. So I hope you like this video and apply these 5 key things into your life. It's honestly going to change you by a lot. It will help you achieve whatever you desire to have. And of course, who wouldn't want to be rich applying these 5 key things as well? So make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below of what you actually thought of the video. For now, I will see you in the next one. Keep hustling, keep learning, and keep growing. I will see you in the next one.